You're planting tomatoes wrong. I know, because I did it wrong for 7 years. Giant plants, beautiful green leaves, and maybe 6 tomatoes per plant. Meanwhile, my neighbor got 40 tomatoes from the same variety planted the same week. I finally asked him what he was doing differently. He showed me one technique he does in May that I'd never heard of. Last season, got 120 tomatoes from 4 plants using this method. Triple what I used to get. Today I'm walking you through the complete tomato growing system from planting to harvest. But the game changer is the May secret that forces your plant to stop wasting energy on leaves and redirect everything into fruit production. Stick around, because I'm revealing that at the end, along with the aspirin trick that increases disease resistance and makes your tomatoes taste better. Before we start, drop a comment telling me what state or country you're watching from. And if you're tired of getting huge tomato plants with almost no fruit, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Most people plant tomatoes exactly how the instructions say. Dig a hole, drop the plant in, cover with soil, water, done. That's wrong. Tomatoes are one of the only plants you can bury deep, really deep, and it makes them stronger. Look at a tomato seedling. See those tiny hairs all up and down the stem? Every single hair is a potential root waiting to touch soil. The more stem you bury, the more roots you get. More roots means more water and nutrient uptake. More nutrients means more fruit. Remove all the bottom leaves. Leave only the top cluster. You want at least 6 inches of bare stem. Dig your hole twice as deep as normal. Now here's the secret ingredient: rock phosphate. Do not mix this into the soil. Put a handful at the bottom of the hole. Set the tomato roots directly on top of it. As soon as roots grow, they contact the phosphate and explode with growth. Space depends on how you're growing. If you're letting tomatoes sprawl without pruning, give them 3 feet between plants. If you're pruning into single stems like I do, 12 to 18 inches is fine. Zones 3 through 6, plant after last frost, in late May or early June. Zones 7 and 8, plant mid to late April. Zones 9 through 11, plant February through March or September through October. Tomatoes need soil temperatures above 60 degrees. Type planted if you've already got tomatoes in the ground this season. Tomatoes have one goal: spread seeds as far as possible. In nature, they grow like vines, flopping along the ground. Every time the stem touches soil, it roots. That's why unpruned tomatoes get massive. But all that energy going into spreading means less energy going into fruit. There are 2 types of tomatoes: determinates and indeterminates. Determinates, like Roma, are programmed to grow to a set height, produce all their fruit at once, then stop. Indeterminates keep growing until frost kills them. Most heirloom tomatoes are indeterminate. Indeterminates grow a main stem with side shoots called suckers that emerge from the armpit where each leaf meets the stem. If you leave those suckers, they become branches competing for energy. Each sucker produces some fruit, but not as much as the main stem. So we remove them. Look at this plant. See the main stem going straight up? See where the leaf connects? Right in that armpit, a tiny shoot is starting. That's a sucker. Pinch it out as soon as you see it. Flowers grow differently. They emerge directly from the main stem on their own stalks, not from armpits. You'll see tiny flower buds immediately. Here's something I do that's optional. The first flower cluster that appears, I pinch it off. This keeps energy going into root development. After that first cluster, I leave all the rest. If you're realizing you've been letting your tomatoes grow wild and that's why you get more leaves than fruit, hit subscribe. Every tomato needs support. Determinates only grow 3 to 4 feet, so basic tomato cages work fine. Indeterminates can hit 10 feet or more. They need serious support. You can use tall cages, bamboo poles, or metal stakes. For multiple plants, I built an overhead trellis system. I tie twine from the frame down to each plant. The plant grows up the twine. To anchor the bottom, I use landscape staples. Here's a money-saving trick. Buy a roll of thick wire at the hardware store. Cut 8-inch pieces, fold in half, straighten them out. Same thing as landscape staples, half the price. I used to twist the plant around the twine as it grew, but I'd snap 2 or 3 stems every year. This year I'm using plastic clips that snap around the stem and grab the twine. Reusable, cheap, no more broken plants. Tomatoes need consistent moisture. Not waterlogged, but evenly moist. Water from the ground, never overhead. Wet leaves are a breeding ground for disease. Drip irrigation is ideal. If your tomato goes from bone dry to flooded, the fruit cracks. The plant sucks in massive amounts of water, and the skin can't expand fast enough. It splits open. If you don't have drip irrigation, water deeply every few days. Deep watering encourages roots to grow down where moisture is consistent. Mulch heavily. 2 to 3 inches of straw, shredded leaves, or grass clippings. Mulch keeps moisture in and prevents soil from splashing onto leaves. Tomatoes need nitrogen early to build the plant. Any good compost added at planting gives enough nitrogen. The rock phosphate handles phosphorus for roots, flowers, and fruit. After the first month, I use tomato-specific fertilizer with high phosphorus plus calcium to prevent blossom end rot. Blossom end rot looks like this. The bottom of the fruit turns black and leathery. It's caused by calcium deficiency, but usually the problem is the plant can't move calcium from soil to fruit because of inconsistent watering. Fix your watering schedule and it goes away. Early blight and late blight are fungal diseases from wet leaves. Keep leaves dry and you avoid them. If you see brown spots on lower leaves, remove those leaves immediately. By mid-season, the bottom 2 feet of my plants have no leaves. It's normal. If blight spreads beyond the bottom leaves, spray with neem oil. Type disease if you've dealt with blight before. Tomato hornworms can strip a plant in 2 days. First signs are bare stems and black droppings. They're hard to spot because they blend in perfectly. Here's the trick. At night, use a black light flashlight. Hornworms glow bright green under black light. Birds usually want water, not tomatoes. Put a bird bath nearby and they'll leave your plants alone. If that doesn't work, drape bird netting over ripening fruit. My biggest pest is rats. The only thing that worked was traps at the base of every bed, set and ready all season. Never use poison. Poisoned rats kill hawks, owls, cats, and dogs. Plus, if a rat dies in your wall, you're stuck with the smell for weeks. If you're learning techniques that are actually going to get you tomatoes this year, hit subscribe. Here's the May secret my neighbor showed me. In early May, right when flower clusters start forming, pinch off every single leaf below the first flower cluster. Not just the bottom few leaves, every leaf below that first cluster. This does 3 things. 1. It redirects energy upward into fruit production. 2. It improves airflow, reducing disease. 3. It forces the plant to prioritize fruit over vegetative growth. I was skeptical, but I tried it on 2 plants and left 2 unpruned as a test. The pruned plants produced 40 tomatoes each. The unpruned plants produced 15 each. Same variety, same soil, same watering. That one technique tripled my harvest. Do this in early May for zones 5 through 7. Late April for zones 8 and 9. Mid-May for zones 3 and 4. Timing matters. You want flower clusters forming, but fruit not yet set. Now the bonus. You have something in your medicine cabinet right now that will increase disease resistance, improve fruit quality, boost nutrient content, and increase yields. Aspirin. When tomatoes are attacked by pests or disease, they produce a hormone similar to salicylic acid, which is the active ingredient in aspirin. By spraying a solution of aspirin on your plants, you're tricking them into thinking they're under attack. Their immune system activates before any disease shows up. The formula is 600 milligrams of uncoated aspirin per gallon of water. Spray every 2 weeks, starting when plants are a foot tall. University studies have proven this increases yields and disease resistance. Let's recap. Plant deep with rock phosphate at the bottom. Prune suckers to single stem. Support with stakes or trellises. Water consistently from the ground. Mulch heavily. Fertilize with tomato food after the first month. Remove lower leaves in early May below the first flower cluster. Spray aspirin solution every 2 weeks. Follow this system, and you'll get triple the tomatoes you're getting now. I went from 6 tomatoes per plant to 40 per plant using these exact techniques. If this video just changed how you're going to grow tomatoes this season, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Plantoria Gardening is about growing your own food. I post simple videos like this every week. Drop a comment telling me, have you tried the May pruning method before, or is this new to you? I read every comment. Now get out there and grow some tomatoes. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.